Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. So I'm here today to do my May TBR. I can't believe it's May for a lot of reasons, because that means we're inching closer to the end of the school year, which is both exciting, and I'm also doing a show in May. I'm doing putting up a production of Alice in Wonderland. Honestly, I feel like I'm in better shape than when I did Wonka. Wonka was my first year teaching, and it was just very, very challenging and very, very hard. There's other challenges this year, more tech stuff, and when we did Wonka, we had no tech issues, so there's always something. So when I was doing Wonka, I think I read like 5 books that month, and it was like a pretty bad reading month. I am doing a lot of things this month, like reading wise, and I feel like rehearsal wise, like we're pretty good. Just the tech stuff I have to do at work, so I'm hopeful I will get a lot of reading done. I'm also doing a couple of reading challenges. I'm doing the middle grade May on TBR and Beyond reading group. I got asked to be a mod for that, so I'm really excited for that. I'm also doing May the 4th Be With You reading challenge, which is with Brookhaven Books, which I really, really like his content, and he's so fun. And then I'm doing Escape the TBR game with books from Lexi, so. And I'm team Ghost Party or team Ghost Tour. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff planned. I always do. I always pick a massive TBR. But this might be the month that I fail. I mean, I always fail at my TBR, but I always read like a significant amount. There is a lot of middle grade on this. There are like some, I don't read all middle grade, but there's a lot of middle grade books on this TBR. So let's me do my yearly books, like the book that like I try to read every month. I read a ridiculous amount of YA fantasy last month. So for some reason these don't get read. I'm just gonna call it and say like, okay, well I read like 5 YA books last month. So The Self-Same Metal by Brittany Ann Williams is one that I do want to read because it has a connection to Shakespeare and drama. I just think it would be fun to read in the month that I'm putting up a play. And she is a black sword expert fighting a Fae uprising in Shakespearean London. So that sounds really, really cool. I also need to finish Castle, or start and read Castle in Their Bones, because it's my last 5-star read prediction, and it, like, other than Crooked Kingdom. So I might read this and read Crooked Kingdom in 1 week because it's a reread. So yeah, that's the plan. But this is about 3 princesses, I think, that, are doing some political alliances. So these are my 2 YA books that I hope to read, but I have been doing a lot better this year reading YA fantasy. So, and then my sequel I'm going to read, which I will come back to this because this is also a part of the middle grade challenge, is Amari and the Great Game. I really liked the book 1 in the series, like really enjoyed it, and then this book just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. I don't remember when it came out, but I remember I enjoyed book 1, so it does fit for a challenge, but it is also a sequel. I have failed so hard this year at reading adult. Really, really failed, but I'm going to give it an old college shot, and I'm going to pick up A Marvelous Light by Freya Marcus. And this, I think it has to do with magic. Yeah, it's like a magician, but it's an LGBTQ plus story, and I want to read it. So, and I think it has a historical element to it, which I tend to like my historical books that have magic, so I'm saying for this. And then my nonfiction, I think the cover changed, but it's Eclipse by Dominic Holland. I'll attach a photo here. This is the book that Tom Holland's dad wrote about his life, and I'm really intrigued by that. So I actually just got the audio, so I got it on a Audible sale, I think, or I think I bought it. But yeah, so those are my like yearly TBR, the challenges I make myself have every year. And then right when this school year ends, I'm gonna do a lot of like update content and see like how I'm doing on all those lists. Probably not very well because I never do well, but these are the physical books that I hope to read for those challenges. And now let's get to the May the 4th Be With You reading challenge. So I am deciding to be a Jedi Knight, and I am going to be a Yoda-like character, and I am going to be good. And then I think I have to read like 4 things. So, oh yeah, I have to read a mystery, which I think I'm just going to pick up the next Lady Hardcastle book that I have to read. Let me look at what it is, and then I'll tell you guys the title. But it's like it's like the next one. And I really am liking that series. I read like 2 last month. Let me see if I can get the name of it. But the next Lady Hardcastle book that I have to read, or like am up to, I think is A Picture of Murder by T.E. Kinsey. So I'll add the photo here, but that's probably the next mystery book that I will read in that month because I want to read it anyway, and it's pretty quick. And I'm kind of looking for some short reads this month to power through because I won't be able to do like long books. I think my focus will be shot, especially towards the end of the month. But the T.E. Kinsey is the mystery book that I'm going to focus on, so I could be a Yoda species. If you know anything about me, I love Baby Yoda. Grogu, he's my favorite. And then the next prompt I'm going to do is read a nonfiction. So I'm going to count Eclipsed by Dominic Holland. I talked about it earlier. You don't need to see photo again, but that's the nonfiction I'm going to read. And hopefully I'll get through it pretty quickly because I have been liking my celebrity nonfictions I've been tackling. And then I am going to count either Amari and the Great Game or Castle in Their Bones as my 5-star read prediction. So one of these will count, whatever one I read. And then my last book is I need to read a book that has nature on the cover. So I'm going to go pull one off my TBR. We'll chat about it and then we'll get into the rest of the TBR. So for this challenge, I wound up picking up Hedgewitch by Skye McKenna. This I just Book Depository just shut. So I got a couple of like English books that Gavin always chats about. So this is the one that I'll add for that. And yeah, those are my 4 prompts. Again, I think it's a nice balance. I do have some audiobooks. I rarely ever talk about audiobooks in my vlogs or my TBRs because it's always sort of random. But yeah, so let's get into the rest of the middle grade books. I don't even know what team I am. I truly don't remember. They just put me on a team randomly because I'm a mod now. But yeah, let's get into it. I love this challenge. It's a team-based competition. And yeah, so I have to eventually pick up a middle grade graphic novel. I might try to read the 39 Clue Book series, but I think I might just go to the library and try to pick one up because trying to find them on my Kindle is not working. But yeah, I have to read a middle grade graphic novel. I just haven't chose that yet. I might also stand behind my desk. I think I have some hiding back there that I can probably pick, but I just need to try to pick a middle grade graphic novel that I haven't chosen yet. But basically, you have to read a bunch of them. So I'm going to go get all the books on this, and then we'll chat through them. A random assortment of middle grade books. So we will see how this goes. The first book I need to read is I need to read a 2023 release. So I chose Mona Ashurna and the Steals the Sword of the Wind by Misha Sugary. This is one that I've had on my TBR for quite a while. It came out in April. It's on my last month's TBR and I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, I love books about like mythology, especially like unique ones. So this one's really, really fun. And I don't know which one this is. She was Chicagoland. Oh, Japan. So I think it's inspired by Japan mythology. So I'm really excited for this one. And I think that because the show is this month, it's good to read a lot of middle grade. So all these are middle grade and I tend to devour them. So yeah, and I haven't read a lot of middle grade this year overall, other than Keeper of the Lost Cities. So. And the next book is Author of Color, and I actually do have to participate in a group read of this. So The Marvelers by Danielle Clayton. This is a book that has like a magic school, I think, and that's it. And anything about a magic school, I love a good magic school book, and I'm excited. So actually, I'm like one of the hosts for this, so I have to read it, but I am really excited. And this one will work for Author of Color. And then a new to me author. A lot of these are new, but I would like to read this because it just came in the mail. Yesterday's Crumb and the Teacup of Chaos by Andy Sager. And this is just another one that I got from that book depository order, but it has to do, it's about fae, it's about wondrous creatures, it's about a tea shop, and I have the sequel as well, but I'm really excited to read this one, so this one might get read hopefully soon. And then the next prompt is you have to read a book LGBTQ+. So I wound up picking up Souter Callie and the Champions of Helston by Esme Sesame Smith, and this I believe has a trans main character, but it also has to do with battles, and it gives me like Merlin-esque vibes. So I'm super excited about this one. This one came out in November, but I got an arc of it at Comic-Con, so like the week before, so when it came out. But I'm really excited to dive into this one. Hopefully I really like it. And again, it's been a bit since I read middle grade, so I'm excited. Mystery. This is another Comic-Con book. This was not one that I like got for free, but I bought it, and it's indie. It's an indie middle grade, and Meet Allie. She woke up in an empty forest with blood on her hands and everything she's ever known wiped from her memory. So this is a mystery about how she got these dots on a scroll and like where her memory is. It's not that long. I also think the other ones are on Kindle Unlimited, but I saw this and I wanted to buy it. And yeah, I want to give more indie books a shot just because it's not something I gravitate towards, but I'm intrigued. So this one will be my mystery book as well. And then Friendship. Again, I don't know if this is really friendship. I might have to like fix it a bit, but I am going to read Shadi Hadika and the Alchemist of Alexandria. And this again has to do with like a school for magic. But she said at the end she has to save his friends and defeat a sinister foe. And I never get books with a male lead, so I'm really excited for this one as well. Again, obviously I'm excited about these books because I want to read them. And then fave middle grade was Amari and the Night Brothers because I have liked his other book and none of my other middle grade authors are coming out with anything new. I guess I could have read Morgan Matson as well because she's like a favorite author and she's coming out with her middle grade debut this year, but we'll see. This one I'm probably going to count just less things to read. And then read a book with a spooky cover. I'm just going to double dip with my other one. I'm going to do Head Witch by Scott A. McKenna. So yeah, that is my TBR. I will be very curious what this looks like at the end of May. I just remember being very disappointed in myself when I got to the end of last May with Wonka and I read like nothing. And I remember a lot of that was like I was so stressed out because reading to me is my self-care. And if I don't read, I get very, very easily stressed out. So I have to find a little bit of a balance, but I also want the show to be good. I want the kids to be happy. I'm proud of it. So we will see. That is my life story. Hopefully, like, in June, it will be a little bit easier for me to read because this month is just a lot happening. I'm putting up my show. There's just a lot of end of the year stuff that comes up in May. So we will make it all work. But I'm going to try to vlog every single week. It doesn't always happen. Like I didn't vlog this week at all. It was very, very bad. But let me know in the comments what you're really excited to read. Again, I don't know if all these books are going to get read, but that's the plan. And I'll talk to you guys soon for another video. Let me know in the comments what is one book you must read in May. Oh, I also wanted to say I may swap Sun and the Star for this because I'm going to an event on Wednesday. So if I decide that like I immediately want to read that book, I may replace it with this, but I'm going to put it on here in case it gets read earlier. We'll see. I also have 2 days this month that I have to do testings. I have to read, or I can read while they're testing because I'm not actually a proctor. But yeah, that's my rambling video. Hope you guys are being safe and staying well, and I'll talk to you guys for my next video. Bye, Book Dragons.